So, true story. Several years ago, I went to a corporate function, office function, with my wife. You know how a lot of companies do days where everybody goes bowling or they go, do a company picnic or whatever. Well, anyways, I was at one of these with my wife, and a lot of people there know what I do. Only because sometimes people ask, hey, are you married? Or what does your spouse do? La la la. And a lot of times she'll tell them. And also, a lot of people there knew only because they know me personally. I've done readings for some of them, and people talk. So at this particular function, we were bowling, and I was sitting at the table. You know what you do when you're at the bowling alley. And this gentleman, this guy, was sitting across from me, and obviously he knew what I did, and he looked terrified. I would be looking down the bowling alley watching the people bowl, on our little team, and I would catch him looking over at me like this, staring at me. And then when I would turn to look at him, he'd go and look the other way. He wouldn't look me in the eye. He was terrified. Like, you could tell that he was terrified. Okay? And the part that sucked was his grandfather was there, and he wanted to give him a message, and I couldn't do it. Because I didn't want to freak the guy out. So come to find out, the guy told my wife, I was afraid she was going to read me. I was afraid that she was going to say something to me. And apparently he was real close with his grandfather, and he could have really used a message from him. So that kind of shit happens all the time, where people might know what it is that you do, and they get freaked out. They look at you like you have 3 heads, or they think that you're reading their mind right then and there. Like, is she tapping in? Does she know what I'm thinking? And yeah, I did know what he was thinking. I did know what he was thinking, because it was freaking obvious. It was obvious, and it was funny because he would not look at me. So he missed a message from his grandfather. And his grandfather pushed it. I'm like, I'm not doing it. Look at him. I was having a conversation in my head with his grandfather.